It's an absolute beautiful day. For the first time this year, the sun is up, alongside with 3 degrees and no wind at all. Instead of heading off to pick me up and go diving, Christian should have been at home sleeping. In fact, so should I. It's 6 a.m. in the morning. Christian and I still have a couple of hours left on our shift. Normally, after a night shift, we'll run off home, grab some sleep, but the sun is up, there's no wind, and we have decided to head off for a short dive and then sleep. Today we're heading to our go-to dive site. This is not a site with an abundance of fish or anything special. In fact, we often have to work a bit to find fish, but we rarely go home empty-handed. But the best thing about this site is that it's a 5-minute drive from our home, and there's little boat traffic, and never have we met any other divers. It's a beautiful place. It's still early in the season, and we have not seen any large amounts of fish yet. The most likely finding today would probably be cod or halibut, but we could also run into pollocks or Atlantic wolffish. The visibility in the water was not all that great, but it made the sunlight come to life under the surface, and we had a blast just fooling around with almost a fairy tale feeling to it. Since today's dive was mostly about enjoying the nice weather, light and having fun, we didn't put too much effort into our hunting tactics. We decided to separate ourselves a bit and head for an area that we have not explored yet. After a while, Christian spotted fish and called me over. I did a dive to check them out, but I couldn't see them. On my second try, I saw a couple of cods, but they were kind of too small to bother, so we headed onwards again, both hoping that we'd run into a large halibut or something. At last I came across a fish. It was a stray cod swimming across the flatlands. Usually when you find them in the open like this, they are a bit jumpy. Once you start to close in on them, they will typically start to pick up speed heading away while assessing if you're a threat. If you don't slow down or take the shot, they're most likely to run off and become wary of you the next time you dive on them. I stopped swimming and just let gravity pull me down while taking a good aim. It paid off. It was not a big fish, but what I would call a perfect dinner size. While I was reloading, Christian came across 3 good-sized fish. Since he had been filming with his stone, he had his gun mounted on the float. Time was against him, so we quickly grabbed the gun, dived, and when he tried to fire, his safety was on. After a quick adjustment, he got the shot off and started to ascend. Out of old habits, he released his gun only to realize he had forgot to clip it in, and it was now enjoying a sled ride behind a cod. Needless to say, his surface interval was rather short, but he managed to save both the gun and the fish. It was a nice sized cod. He was quite happy to both save his gun and his nicely sized fish. After a couple of hours we started to get cold and tired. On the way home I once again came over a stray fish out in the open. I dived a bit too aggressive on him, and I ended up chasing him until I was out of breath. I tried a desperate shot, but I missed it. After a long and hard winter, this was just what we needed, and it gave us a feeling of the time to come. It was perfect. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and drop a comment below. It really does matter, and it keeps us motivated. If you'd like to see more like this, please consider to subscribe to our channel. Until next time, thanks for watching.